Before you hit the neighborhood for candy, let's get you started with something sweet. We've got Jacksonville looking for their first win ever in Seattle, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Seattle Seahawks.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Seattle's offense ready to go here for the first time, and leading them is the 7-time Pro Bowler in his 10th year now in the NFL, Russell Wilson.
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. Now it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Now Lawrence. He's got his tight end. It's Chris Manhertz.
And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Forced it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he hits his target, Lockett. And out across midfield down to the 45.
So for this defense, a tall order ahead trying to defend against Russell Wilson. Charles, your keys for how they might go about keeping him in check?
Well, before we even get to the keys, let's start with the problems he presents, because he feels pressure so well. He's got a great sixth sense, maybe even a seventh and eighth. He knows where the pressure's coming from. He knows how to slide away from it, sometimes run away from it, and then he finds good throwing lanes to deliver downfield. So to me, it's that pressure inside, big, tall guys to make him try and throw over them and make his height work against him.
Throwing is Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. On second down now, it's Carson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage.
The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's a...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll run on first down. Robinson.
Bobby Wagner, the all-pro, in on the tackle.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Open man left side. It's a tight end man, Hurts.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did Finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020. He expects that to continue in 2021. And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne. And every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson. Not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall. He's now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits.
And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Robinson. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Luke Farrell with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to 4. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from one 46 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. But to throw again is Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Rookie Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguar offense ready to take over. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From midfield now, Lawrence. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. They begin the drive with Robinson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Lawrence's throw taken in by Chark. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Flush to his right. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 28. They'll run again here with Robinson. And down inside the 15 he goes. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Etienne. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. Once more, Etienne. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now up to 14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now it's Carson. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
They run it with Carson. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They run again with Carson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more.
And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? They run. Robinson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open. Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Throwing again here, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. On first down, Wilson. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Wilson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
An important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Robinson. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
That's it.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. On third down, it's Robinson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. It's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first.
Good one, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Second and 11 now. Running out of the gun with ETN.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Now Lawrence. There's Manhurts, the tight end.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Jaguars, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take